Talk to me.
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm feeling good after Trey came and blessed me with some black male love. I'm trying to brace myself. I'm trying to see what you coming with, what you giving.
I don't want to come in and ruin that type of positive. I'm not gonna do that. I had to pray about it before you allow me to get in here. So I'm gonna come in with the heat, but I'm gonna let it simmer. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna burn everything. But you did say I got a bone to pick with you. I don't really have the bone. I only got a pin, so that's what we're gonna start off with. First things first. The whole Sabrina and the African dude, I forgot his name.
Bio.
That was I get it. Calvin has certain type of feelings. I think we all agreed that Calvin and Sabrina need to go their separate ways. It's just not working. Just let that one go. Because the way I saw the chemistry, when you see something and the way it flows, there's two people that just like match each other, and there's something that can possibly be there. I see that in Sabrina and the African dude, and
really?
it's not about the money or anything. It's the energy with it, because it's a lot different from when Sabrina and Calvin first met.
I think it's different from when they first met, but something about Bio, like when she came back, when she was on the phone with Danni, and he was just like, "How is he?" And I was like, "Oh, he got an attitude." And this early, I was like, And then you saw, then you wanted to drink. You want her to take these three glasses of wine, but then you're talking about we want to numb things. But boy, you don't want shoving the wine down her throat. I was like, I didn't know how to take Bio, honestly.
You have to take it one step. And I see that two of my boys are actually watching this right now, so I'm gonna be hearing from them a little bit later. But that's a different.
Shout them out.
Shout out to Tay, shout out to Ace. Love y'all boys, miss y'all. But to go along with that, I see something there with that. So that's I just want to get that out the way. The Andi and Gary situation, we already know how that's gonna go. I think mind games are being played right now. I think there's gonna be some type of turmoil. The fact that Robin is coming and she told him that he's gonna be staying. Now I'll give Andi credit. She did not tell him when, and I felt like that was smart.
She said this week. He's gonna stay the week. That's what she said.
But he did say when is he coming in? And she said I'm not telling him that. Now unless I missed something, because at that time I'm like.
I just hate the idea that she said it to begin with. They about to play mind games. Andi, you're gonna lose. He's a master menace. You're gonna lose, girl.
Pure. The whole Fatima breaking the car thing. I feel like I kind of know it's relevant, but I don't see it as much relevant until Fatima sees Gary with Hayden in the same room. So that's one issue. Not to mention Hayden ain't in crutches no more.
Imagine.
How did he heal that fast?
Honestly, I think that her breaking up the car, real quick, going back to that, I feel like that was a gift to the fans, because I needed that in my soul.
We needed that. I know it was a short 2 seconds, but we needed that. So we got that out the way. I want to talk about the Danni and Karen conversation real quick, because we talked earlier about how I said Karen needs to go to her friends if she's in this type of trouble, and she tried to do that. Now going to Andi first, Andy's not gonna give you the truth. She's not gonna give you the truth. She's only gonna tell you a little bit about her situation, because what does Andi constantly say? She says, I don't want to be in the middle of this. I don't want to be put in the middle of this. She doesn't want to be involved. So she's not gonna give you that. She only gonna say what you want to hear. So that's that. The next thing.
I also think that she's only gonna say what she's capable of saying, because she also is not paying attention to her friends. So I think that she's one of the least qualified to actually tell Karen the truth, because one, she don't see the truth in her own situation, and then two, aside from the fact of knowing how deep Fatima and all them are involved, I don't think that it really registers where Karen is in the season that she's in right now. So I honestly don't even think that Andi has the capacity to say what needs to be said.
Danni, on the other hand, this is why I love her. She's the GOAT. She's the MVP. She's been the MVP so far. She ain't the GOAT. Okay, let me take that back. She's not the GOAT, but she's the MVP right now. She's the MVP right now. Because you said she doesn't have no real friends. Danny's the real friend. Danny's
now.
Because yes, now. It's better late than never. Danny's actually trying to be there for Karen because she's keeping her honest. Nobody I'm a professional friend. friend zone, guy friend, whatever you need. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna say what you want me to hear unless I'm in the mood to say what you want to hear. But but like, Danny's the one that sees where Karen is spiraling.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about Danny, she told her the truth, but at the same time, she kind of held back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because when she pointed out, I can go to a paper, I can go get a piece of paper and write down everything Zach has done to you. She could have easily wrote down everything that Karen has done to him, but she didn't do it because she wants to keep the friendship of the sister circles together. But at the same time, like that's just me. But at the same time, Danny doesn't want to ruin a friendship with Karen. I already know that for we.
But I don't think her. I think that she chose to say I can break down everything that he's done to you because she's trying to get her to release. I don't think that it will ruin their relationship with her saying, you know that you talk to him like, right? Because she said it before. She said, so I don't think that that's a thing that's going to actually break up their friendship. Because Karen knows, and that's another thing I think that y'all don't register. The moment when Zach told her that he was done at the salon and he told her like, yo, the way that you talked to me was just not right. And she literally was like,
wait, you talking the second time or the first time?
At the salon.
Suit or not suit?
Suit.
Got it.
So that was to me the first moment that she really took it all in. And since then, we hadn't seen her go back and do all of what she had did in reference to how she was speaking. So it's not that she don't know it. And she realizes that that's one of the biggest reasons between the bank and how she was talking. She knows that now.
But
I think that we're going to see that she knows it because in this whole I'm going to get him back, it's going to come. I just know
I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there.
It's going to come up. I promise you.
I'm going to get there.
I won't talk to you like that no more. I promise. It's all of that's going to come out so you won't know that she. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this. When she said that, did you have any like? Did something click in the back of your head say like, "Oh, I'm gonna hear this from Jalen. Oh, I'm gonna hear this. I'm gonna hear this."
Yes. I said, "Oh, they're gonna try to light my ass up tonight."
And I got lighters in the cabinet. I got lighters in the cabinet. I'm ready. But I'm gonna ease up. I'm gonna remain calm on this one. But going back to Danny, she kept it honest. And the thing that drives me crazy with Karen, I understand you're in emotion, you're dealing with a lot of emotions right now. Completely understand. With the so-called hormones, with the so-called pregnancy, and I do emphasize the word so-called. She said, and you say you want Zach back. And you said,
hey, Bryce's mom, sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but I want to shout out Bryce's mom. Bryce Mommy on Twitter, who always sends me a ton of sister stuff. Hey boo, go ahead.
When Karen said that she that she wanted Zach back, and then she like kept going on and said like I know him, but he's changed. He told Danny that he's changed. Danny agreed with him, but Danny also said he didn't change for you. He changed because of Fatima and what she did for him. Karen walked out after that. Okay. Now we're gonna get into the heat part, and this is not ridiculing black women. This is not bearing them down. This is keeping them honest. The accountability.
Hold on, before you say this is keeping black women honest, and what you got to follow up. Are you one of these red pill, blue pill, black male podcast men?
No.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
No, I'm an equal opportunity, like trash talk.
Okay, all right.
I tell the truth either way. I'll take it. I'll take the criticism. Heck, I'm about to get into sports journalism. You think
Oh, okay.
This is what I'm about to do.
I love it.
But let me get into the heat. I respect your whole standpoint on where you have with Karen. I completely understand that. That does not excuse her for being wrong.
When did I ever excuse her?
You didn't. I'm not saying that you did. I mean in general. That does not excuse her for being wrong. She was wrong to call out Fatima's name again. And she lied once again. That's two wrongs.
Okay.
can you agree that she keeps going to her friends and she wants everybody to say what she want to hear?
I don't think she did that in this episode. She wanted to hear the truth, but then she also still is in a place of, she just got to get to a place of acceptance.
But because like I do remember her, she said she don't believe that, but you wanted the truth, and you didn't believe that. The other part, but she lied big when she told Fatima, and she told Sabrina, because one time when Karen went to go cash in that check from Zach, and Sabrina asked her, "Are you feeling Zach?" He said, she said, "No, I always have love for him." That was it.
Can I ask you something real quick?
Go ahead.
Have you ever been in love?
I plead the fifth.
Okay, go ahead.
I plead the fifth.
Go ahead, what's your...
Okay, but to answer your question, yes, I have.
Like in love.
Yep.
And you did everything right. And you did everything right coming out of that.
I made some mistakes.
Did you learn from them?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
And I had to just real quick. There were some situations that I was in that it took longer than it took a little while longer, because I mentioned in our text before, I never been in a whole lot of relationships. I struggle when it comes to women at an early age. I was at a point where I, like you could say, I was on some creep stuff. I can't cuss right now because my mother has an Instagram, and I know if she see my name or anything, she's gonna see it, and then I have to deal with that phone conversation. So I ain't getting into that. Mama, love you. But I was on that level. It took tough love, and it also took like learning from 3 to 5 to 6 big brothers that have had that experience to teach me what's up, but also to see what I didn't want to be and didn't want what I wanted to do. So it took that experience, but the biggest thing I learned, I had to accept who I am and what I did wrong and learn from it. But the other thing I accepted that the world keeps moving. We talked about this before. The world is moving. The only time it's ever stopped was in March of 2020 when the pandemic hit. It was still moving, but we had to stop. Now the world's back moving again. You either adapt or you get left behind. Shannon Sharp said this best. Change is inevitable. Growth is optional. Choose wisely. So going back to Karen's situation, she has grown from a lot of, I get it. She's been through a lot with Zach. Because in the first season, we was all against Zach because Zach needed to go ahead and let this go. Yeah, he messed up. We completely agree. I was against Zach. I was for Karen to be with Aaron. But one thing we also had to accept, Karen wanted to move on from Zach as well. Yes, she had love, but she wanted to move on because Aaron was giving her what she needed. And now we saw, like, when Zach was going through his hard times, he got hit on his bike. He got hit by a truck, and that was the best thing that that was one of the best things that possibly happened to him. He was on the verge of moving on. Karen had her man doing her thing, and she was at peace. Zach was on the same boat.
Well, she wasn't really at peace because you also don't.
But you saw a level of relaxation and calmness, though. Remember when her and Aaron? This was season 2, episode 15. This was the shower scene with Zach and Fatima. This was right after the shower scene with the blue light. That's my favorite episode. Thank God for that. But that's a different story for another day. But going with Karen and Aaron, you saw when they were just sitting on a chair, they was vibing. It was a relaxation. It was a peace. It was enjoying. There was no stress.
There was some.
Karen
was trying to make Aaron work because she felt like that's what she was supposed to do. And I think the problem that people are missing and are not actually bringing along as we go through this is that you don't get to choose who you love. And her feelings for Zach didn't go anywhere. And the whole thing with her choosing Aaron was her trying to be smarter, her trying to release it, her trying to be in this thing that is clearly supposed to be better for her. But those feelings had yet to go anywhere, which is why we're where we're at now. And
but the
thing that we're in now the experience that she's experiencing now and all of the missteps, all of the emotions, everything that she's going through, this is her learning process. It's going to get her to that place of acceptance. The same thing that you said that you went through.
Yep.
So all I'm saying is, people, be mindful. Like, if this is in season 5 and we still talking about this, then maybe I'll be, well, I'm saying in season 5, because guess what? They slept together in season 3. So if we get to season 5 and it's still that, then maybe I'll start to be like, all right. But to me, there's not enough time given for the fact that she actually has to go through the experience that all of us go through with that one love that just wrecks us, like completely lays us out on our asses.
But understand this, when you've had people tirelessly keep telling you, 1, go to the doctor. Number 2, he's moved on.
All right, we talk about that in chat too. It's been 3 days since the damn pregnancy test. I know we've been saying go to the doctor, but Tyler Perry is also not writing the time. Well,
he's dragging this. We know this, so we gotta go ahead and
don't put that smoke on Karen. Put that on TP. Like, give my sister the points for
what she can't. You can't tell a millionaire what to do.
But you can tell Karen, who's controlled by him. The math ain't math.
That's all we got. We know we can't go with them. It's like trying to get NFL owners to, like, the high black coaches. You can't tell a millionaire what to do. You can't. So you gotta yell at somebody.
You gotta yell at somebody.
We complain. This is what we do. This is our nature. This is what we do.
I mean, I'm not mad at people complaining about her. It's just the people who be taking it OD. Like, it's
like
black women.
We talk. I kept everything respectful. I don't want to dead. None of that.
100%.
Don't I don't want to lose the baby at all. But I'm not. It's the accountability thing as far as her taking responsibility for the actions. You invited Fatima constantly getting. Everybody felt it was a setup. You try, and you was right on your points as far as what the conversation was going to be like when they got to the penthouse. But deep down, you know what she was trying to do. You were slick for it, but you knew it was wrong. And I'm not calling you.
Was she not checked about it? Was she able to get away with it?
Yeah, to a degree.
No, she wasn't. She came out looking like a damn fool.
Oh, wait, what you talking about as far as like her check the box?
Karen,
you said, did she get checked about it? Oh, you said she got checked about it.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought you said check the box.
No. I'm saying Karen tried that shit with Fatima at the penthouse, and she got checked about it. So that's the thing. I want people to register, like, she's also not getting away with a lot of the things that y'all got a problem with. She's actually having the consequences. She has lost Zach forever because she didn't.
No, she didn't, because it's still in her mind.
Just because she thinks that because she wants another chance with him doesn't mean she does have another chance with him.
But you can't tell her that that's in her mind.
Forever. She has lost Zach forever because of what she did with the bank thing and because of how she's talked to him. She is living in the consequences of her actions. So that's what I'm like, people were saying.
And you're saying she doesn't know how to deal with it.
I'm saying she is dealing with it. Y'all just don't like how she's dealing with it.
I can understand that because everybody handles their own situation differently. You mentioned that before in our other conversation. I completely understand that. The other part that like the 2 parts, and I've been consistent with this. I don't like the fact that she's doing wrong. It's the lying and the well, I ain't gonna go manipulation. It's really just the lying factor.
The lady.
Huh? Yeah, not no manipulation. Like I'll say it's the stalling.
What is she lying about?
She told people, she told the girls, and she told Fatima, I don't want them back. You lied. She told Fatima that when it was at the car, and she was being nice then. She told Sabrina that at the bank.
Lie. Like, you can't be like, oh, you wrong for that lie. She didn't want.
Everybody knew you wanted him back. But you want him now because he ain't the same guy.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, Jalen, you got, like, it happens.
Doesn't make it right.
It to me, this part specifically, it's not right or wrong. If I got a trash that cheated on me and gave me whatever, and I feel like I'm gonna look stupid to my friends, and I'm like, no, girl, I don't want him back. Deep down, I want him tonight. And I tell him that doesn't make me wrong. You get what I'm saying? Like, not even a thing of like right or wrong for me. I don't know. What y'all think in the chat?
Did she lie or not? Wrong is wrong. Lying is lying.
I cannot.
That's
good luck with, and this is not me wishing anything on you in any relationship that you have. But if this is what you think, then I don't know.
I already know. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna make mistakes in the future. I will own up for it and admit when I was wrong. If I lied, hey, I lied, and I'm still wrong for that.
I don't think that it's a wrong lie to tell my inner circle I don't want this man back, and deep down I do. Or
is it wrong that you kept? Is it wrong that you told?
If I'm pissed in the moment and I'm responding on my anger, no, I don't want the nigga back. I mean that. But that don't mean.
But when you had the conversation face to face with Fatima at the house, and that's the woman that
I believe her when she said that. I feel like she's going through. I don't know. I can't explain it to y'all because
is it the 5 stages of grief? Is it one of the 5 stages of grief?
Yeah, but then it also isn't necessarily like you go through the stages sequentially and that's it. Sometimes you cycle through. So in one moment you can speak to one thing and one feeling, and in another moment you can speak to something else. So I think that she was being very logical and very lucid when she was having that conversation with Fatima. And then now with the conversation with Danni, I feel like she's dropping a little bit into her ego and feeling like, damn, what about me is not good enough? What about me? Like, I'm the bomb, I'm X, Y, and Z. And now it's like, nah, I can get him back. And that's just a different, I don't know how to explain that.
You did. You know, the way you talk, the way you mentioned it, it was on point because I was trying to get into that, but you actually didn't into it. So that goes to my question. The fact that she said all that, the fact that she's going to try to get him back, it's going to be a big try because Fatima has no more niceness in her. She already tried 3 times.
And guess what? She going to have to deal with the consequences of that action.
Understood. And she's willing to.
Like I have.
Yes, and understood. And she's willing to. I will vouch for that. But the going back when the fact that she said that I'm going to get him back, and you're acting like you can, and you keep ignoring the fact that he's done moved on. He got better when she arrived for what she's doing, and you're trying to get that. And you, like, I think it was the last dude that was on the live. It said like something about deserve or she should try to get him back or something like that.
No, he didn't say that he
okay, all right. So like it was something about like she deserves.
He said that her perspective is she feels like she deserves what Fatima's getting now.
Okay, and this is big with me. I don't believe in the word deserve. I believe in earned. What have you done? What have you done to earn that?
For him.
Oh, she's done a lot for him, but it's more than just. You mentioned this before. It's more than just the money. It was like Zach has said this time and time again. The way Fatima has encouraged him. He said this. He never had a woman, his mother, his sisters, his grandmother, and Karen, to encourage him and overpower.
I pause you real quick because I'm really glad that you brought that up.
Sure.
Because Karen is also suffering for his trauma with women before her. So this is already impacted and worse because she's following in a line of other women that were supposed to love and care for him a certain way and didn't. So it makes it even worse.
Worse for... You got me confused.
Worse for her because she's also getting the brunt of his response. Because he hasn't done this with his mother. He hasn't done this with his aunt. He hasn't been able to divorce those women as well. So part of his visceral reaction to her is also him rejecting that from those women before.
What do you mean? You're going, okay, so...
I'm saying that Zach takes all of the feelings that he has about all of these women that he felt like has belittled him, and he is using the relationship with Karen to now express and reject those things. So part of what she's getting is also venom for some other women.
But she's part of one of those women that have like belittled him.
She is 100% a part of it. But I'm glad that you brought that up because that's another thing I think that people don't think about. Some of the stuff that she's now suffering for is not necessarily a part of what she has done. And
it's not complete. Like it's not completely on Karen. We understand that because Zach has been through his share. And going back again, Zach's not exiled for all the stuff that he's done. We completely understand that he's in fault in a lot of things in their relationships. Heck, he might be in fault with a lot of relationships that he has with his sisters, his mother, and his grandmother. We don't know that yet. But the going with the whole Karen thing, we understand that she's only part responsible on how Zach feels in a certain situation. It's the fact that he was able to move on from that into a better situation, thriving from it, and the fact that he even talked about this with Jake, who I still vaguely trust a little bit. He talked about this. To have a woman like this that encourages you, that pushes you in the right way, it makes you feel good. He talks on and on about the lady.
Yeah.
The thing what like drives me crazy with Karen is the fact that she still feel that she still feels like that Zach is still thinking about her and thinking like she's getting back together. Am I wrong on that point?
If she was thinking that if she was thinking that they were getting back together, then she wouldn't be thinking that she has to fight for him. So I'm gonna say no. Yvette, I see you waiting. I got you, but I want to make this point. I want to say this before I let you off, so that I give you a chance to speak on it.
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from Fatima. She has helped in creating a beautiful environment for Zach to flourish. But I've had this conversation with a few people on Twitter. Zach has been enhanced by his experience with Fatima, but the major thing that has shifted him is his proximity to money. And I think it's a lot easier for Fatima to support the guy that she sees and has seen. I don't think that Fatima would have been as encouraging if she was getting the cheating Zach, if she was getting the Zach that will burn you, if she was getting the Zach that had a mindset, because, and again, I'm not a black man, so I don't know, but I know a lot of black men, and so much of
I'm a black man.
Like
I'm a big black man at that.
So much of y'all's confidence and how you view yourself in the world is tied to your financial resources. And Zach, to me, was vibrating very low in his relationship with Karen because he wasn't able to financially provide. The moment that he started getting more money, it shifted for him. So it was not just was Fatima. Fatima was able to love on a man whose confidence also started to shift instantly. And that's something else that we are not giving actual credit to. Because to say, Karen, you will never be Fatima, she has never had Fatima's circumstances. Had Zach come up on money while he was with Karen, I don't think we would be seeing the same thing.
But let me ask you this: how was he able to come up with money at the time?
And this is another thing that people forget. This is another thing that people forget. Karen's mother got him linked with chain breakers.
Okay.
That's how it started.
Let me ask you this.
So if
Karen's mother
he not been hit by that car, if he not been hit by that truck, and the whole Fatima thing would have never happened, and he would have still been in chain breakers, and he would have still been able to get this money, then I think we would have seen a different trajectory with the Karen and Zach conversation.
But you said Karen's mother put him on with chain breakers. Did Karen support him at all when he thought about doing it?
She didn't know nothing about that.
Okay then. So let's go. Okay, but like remember, I'm going off of everything. I'm going off of everything that you said, and you're right. If Karen's mother put him on chain breakers at first, why did he not do it at the time?
No, it's the time that he did. This is all that timeline.
Okay. Was this all right? Then why did he? Let me think.
He was still chasing after Karen on that damn bike, working at chain breakers. He had not gotten paid yet. Like all of this is like the timing. Like, and that's the thing I want people to remember. The timing that all of this stuff happens matters, and the money matters as well. Yes, Fatima is a bomb, dope woman. However, she got a very different Zach that was easy to sew into.
The thing about it though is this, and Zach's pointed this out plenty of times. It was a certain encouragement that he never received from Karen that he got from that. It's the little things. Remember how we said like little things matter? Like you said, the timing matters.
I'm not saying that she should not have encouraged him. I don't want you to argue down the point of like oh, I'm not saying that Karen could not have been more supportive. She could have. However, the situation in which Fatima was supporting Zach was a lot different than the situation where Karen was lacking in supporting Zach.
And that's where I'm trying to get to, because like, what changed really with the situations? If he was
getting money.
But here's the how did remember, he put money in a stock. Did he not put
later? That's already after he didn't he didn't fell for her. So that's
remember, like he put, yeah, that was after he fell for it. But remember, something was kicking. Yes, he was making. Okay, so he didn't make money when he was with Karen, when he was with Chainbreaker at the time. He didn't make money when he was with Karen.
He ain't got paid yet.
He didn't get paid, but also when you're not getting paid and you're getting belittled, doesn't that do something to your psyche?
Yes.
All right. So now that we got that, when you
I'm not arguing that with you. I agree with you.
Oh no, I'm just pointing out this. It's the fact that he, like, everything. Yes, he got better with money. That's only the half of it. Yes, the money thing. Of course, like the money thing. If you're making money, you're good financially. It does something to a brother. Heck, the fact that I see 4 digits in my account, it does something to me. It makes me better. But well, okay, it makes me. It's late.
Go ahead. It's a safe space. We being honest tonight.
I already know it's a safe space, and I'm still gonna talk my stuff. But anyway, when a black man is set financially, it's like a big monkey off our back. Actually, that's the ape off our back. We still got monkeys. We still got monkeys on our back, but that's the big ape off our back.
I understand that.
When you got that, and you're getting the level of support that you never experienced, it pushes you even more.
I understand that. All I'm saying about that particular scenario is that it would be interesting to see the moment the financial monkey got off his back, how much lighter he was moving in his interactions with Karen, and how that shifted her and how she was responding. That's all I'm saying.
I get this, and I get the timelines. They do matter. The situations are different. But when you understand that, but as we go through life, when you understand that certain things just
people waiting, so we gotta wrap it up.
All right, last thing. When we go through things in life, and like the fact that like some certain things just didn't work out, it was a different time. Heck, it's the same. It's the same thing with a lot of relationships. It just didn't work out at the time because we were just two different people. We were either young, you wasn't set financially, so it just didn't work. It just wasn't that time. It's okay, but there's sometimes when certain stuff didn't work back then. That does not mean you can't. That doesn't mean you can go back.
Right.
And I'm still on the stage.
And I shared a personal moment with you earlier in GM where I was gonna try.
It took you time, but you were able to move on. Let me ask you this: would you go back? Come on, Miss Vane. Would you go back?
I would say this: before that traumatic thing happened I shared with you, I wasn't thinking about going back at all. The whole finality of it all is what changed things for me. Does that answer your question?
To a degree, but I understand you're built different. I completely understand. Everybody's different. Some people want to go back because that's where they live at. But the great ones, not saying that you're not great. I'm not saying that you're not great. I'm not saying that.
It's okay, boo.
But the great ones, they understand if I go back to when I was good, I don't move forward to go be great. Because I had to learn at a young because some people are so used to where they live at and what they know. They're too sometimes they're too scared to like go outside of what they know.
Facts. And what I was saying
last point I want to make. Remember when Aunt Viv off of Bel Air, she said there's more to life than in West Philly. There's more than life than what Zach, and there was more to life than Zach, and there was more. And Zach found out there was more to love in a relationship than Karen.
And guess what? Sometimes you don't gain the perspective of the broader horizons around you until you try to go back and them damn doors you're trying to get through are closed.
And Karen's learning that. But right now she's getting a bat, she's getting a bullet, and she's trying to break the doors down.
I'm loving watching it, and it's because I feel like I've gone through it and I've healed and I see so much of it, and it's just like, damn girl, you was in the thick of it. But now I know, like, I wouldn't do half of the things that she's doing now, but sometimes it really takes you trying to jump through a fucking window and jump through a door that's not open for you no more, sis. Why are you going backwards? You're not supposed to be going that way. And sometimes it takes us, oh wow, we don't always know, or we don't always register the stove is hot. People can tell you the stove is hot, but some of us still need to touch it. And then some of us need to touch it again.